Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the XMS RICMOTECH Xfinity Series, round number 8 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are inching towards the playoffs. After tonight, we only have 2 races remaining. But let's talk about tonight's race. It's going to be a barn burner. If it's anything like last night, we are going to see cars all over each other, making passes to the inside, to the outside. But let's bring in the other half of this broadcasting team. It's Mike Campigio.
AJ, how you doing tonight? Everybody at home, how you guys and ladies doing tonight? Here we are live from Las Vegas, AJ. It's been a nice week out here in the desert.
Yeah, I got burnt. I'm Italian. I'm not supposed to burn. I burned. But qualifying currently underway. Mike, I'm excited to come here. This is one of my favorite racetracks. And it's leading into a stretch of the schedule coming down the wire in the regular season where people could really attack Las Vegas. They could attack New Hampshire next week. Look for your short track and possibly road course drivers to be good there. And then Dega to finish the regular season. It's anybody's game when it comes to that track. So with tonight, Mike, why don't we talk about what are some of the things that has happened in Las Vegas past?
Yes, AJ, let's do that. Let's go back to season number 18. That was race number 12 on the season, which was January 24th of 2024. They ran 143 laps, 11 leaders for 17 lead changes, 1 caution for 4 laps. The pole was won by Rob Haynes, who only led 1 lap. Winner was Mike Rominger, who started 7th and led the most laps at 72. Race number 17, season 17, I should say. Race number 10 on that season. That was July 14th, 2021. Race was 150 laps long, 4 leaders for 9 lead changes. That race also had 1 caution for 4 laps. The pole was won by David Weishart, who led 115 laps but finished 3rd. Winner was JT Hawkins, who started 7th and led 24 laps. And then season number 16, race number 7 on the season, which was November 18th of 2020. 140 laps here at Las Vegas. They ran 5 leaders for 5 lead changes. That race had 2 cautions for 8 laps. The pole and the winner of that race was Nicholas Verdenman, who led 133 laps on his way to victory that day.
Wow, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Nicholas Verdenman, HD Motorsports, the guy that gave you all those setups back in the early NASCAR heat games 5 to almost 10 years ago at this point. But Mike, let's talk about some of the season winners. They're guaranteed a spot in the playoffs as long as they meet the amount of races they need to. Joe Torres is going for 2 in a row tonight with last week's win at Richmond and then season opening race at Daytona. Bryce Senezak, Mid-Ohio and Kansas. Then Alan Fox at Chicagoland. Paul Irvin at Nashville Superspeedway. And Michael Thwaites at the 2008 rendition of Atlanta. So we only have 5 drivers that have won 7 races. So
yes.
Let's see if Joe Torres or Bryce Senezak can add another one to their totals, or if Alan Fox, Paul Irvin, Michael Thwaites will join them, or if somebody else comes out of left field and puts a win out there. Right now in qualifying with just under 3 minutes remaining, Michael Thwaites currently provisional pole sitter, followed by Caleb Lamb, Gary Wells, Joe Torres, and Nate Orlowski. But let's talk real quick about the points coming into tonight's race. Bryce Senezak is your points leader with 364. Then second place, Joe Torres with 347. Alan Fox with 340. And then a little bit of a dip off to fourth place, Paul Irvin with 309. And then rounding out that top 5, Kyle Miller with 290. But you're looking at Senizak, Fox, Irvin, Waits, and Joe Torres. As I'm trying to, yeah, there he is. Joe Torres, all with wins, so they're locked in. If I'm gonna figure out how to highlight these drivers for this, so we could see who's got wins and who's locked in for next week. But Mike, it's still anybody's game because we're taking the top 12.
It is, AJ, and it's that time in the season now. It's time to put up or shut up, as they would say.
That's not what I thought you were going to say, but I'm happy you PG'd it for me.
Got to keep it PG on the channel.
All right. And let's take a look at our team points. Primetime Motorsports with 716, Spartan Esports with 642, and Warrior Enterprise with 589, then a complete dip off to Southern Havoc Gaming with 366, Royalty Motorsports with 267, ACR with 224, and Gillen Motorsports with 115. So it looks like for Spartan Esports, Primetime Motorsports, and Warrior Enterprise needs a good race to stay in that mix for the championship standings for the teams. But for the top 3, it's still anybody's game as we are closing in on the playoffs.
And a good comment from Michael Robinson in the chat there, AJ. Bryce Sunzak is not in the field tonight.
Dun dun dun.
Bryce I think he did take a provisional, so he will not be here tonight. So it opens the door for anybody else to possibly be a new winner tonight on the season.
Yeah, that definitely helps. It'd be very upsetting if Joe Torres wasn't in the field either. But as qualifying is over, let's run down. Once the screen switches over, we will run down. There it is. Like waiting, we're waiting. Let's check out the grid for tonight's race, round number 8 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kyle Miller, Alan Fox on your front row. Kyle Zimmer and Josh Vidal in row 2. Row 3, it's Daniel Krim and Dennis Ansman. Row 4, Michael Thwaites, Caleb Lamb. And then Gary Wells and Joe Torres in row 5. Mike, take us all the way to 20.
All right, AJ. We got Nate Orlowski in 11th, Brian Wasserman in 12th, Mike Robinson in 13th, Paul Irvin in 14th, Connor Coleman in 15th, Doug Total 16th, Jeffrey Goodpaster 17th, and rounding out the field. And that is it, actually. Rounding out the field is Jeffrey Goodpaster. Darnell's name kind of got me confused there for a second.
Yeah, it does that when they decide to join as a driver by mistake. Mike, would you like to interview our pole sitter this evening?
Sure, let's bring up Kyle Miller here to the broadcast booth. And Kyle Miller, it's AJ and Mike in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, what a lap there to get yourself on the pole. Talk to me about your qualifying lap and what your expectations are for tonight.
Pole lap was very nerve-wracking. It was getting loose off of 3 and 4. 1 and 2, the bumps are going to be big tonight. Eventually, I believe we're going to start shoving off of 4, so we might be hitting the wall like they do at Kansas a lot. It's going to be a fun one, for sure.
And knowing how well you are in points this season, as we got done talking about the points, what are your thoughts on the last 3 regular season races here? What are your goals over these next 3 regular season races?
I'm gonna say finish. We just gotta finish races. You can't be getting wrecked out early and losing all the points. And I mean, I think I'm sitting in 6 or something like that. Just gotta finish.
Well, you're off to a good start tonight. Hopefully, none of us jinx you here since we just talked to you. So let's not hope for that. Let's hope you finish strong, and maybe we'll get to interview at the end of the stage or even at the end of the evening.
Yes, sir.
Good luck there, sir.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Mike, we are currently looking at the makes and manufacturers on our scoring pylon, and there is one lone Toyota in the field, and that's Doug Tuttle.
Interesting breakdown. A lot of Fords and a lot of Chevys.
No,
Chevy out.
there's 2 Fords. The rest are Chevys.
Well, Chevy's got the main power strategy tonight. If you go off that list right there.
What kind of Hail Mary is a Ford team gonna have to do to possibly win this race?
Well, either a really good pitch strategy for one, or have chaos ensue and try to survive it all and be there at the end.
Well, chaos is always a thing in these races, especially later on in the race when the pay window opens. Everything basically goes out the window with some of these drivers, and it makes it so entertaining to watch as they're going for the biggest points and possibly a playoff berth.
Yeah, and we got, for the folks at home, we got 133 laps tonight here at Las Vegas, 200 miles. The stage will be on lap 45, I believe it says. Yeah, 45.
Yes, sir.
And then these guys have 5 sets of tires in the pits, and the fuel windows should be, I don't know, maybe 30 laps, 30, 40 laps on taking gas.
Yeah, last night we saw it right around 28 to 34. So I would say it's right around there. But I'm excited for this. Mike, what driver are you watching tonight?
Well, AJ, I'm watching Joe Torres to see if he can continue his hot streak and try to go for 2 wins in a row on the season. What about you, AJ? Who are you keeping an eye on for?
Joe Torres in that 9th position. I took the 25 of Kyle Zimmer. I think last week he told us not to pick him, but he had a really good practice session, so I was like, I kind of have to. But here we go. Green flag in the air. Kyle Miller with a good launch off the start, but the 73 of Alan Fox almost was able to stay right there entering turn 1.
Looks like Kyle's going to clear him as they go through turns 1 and 2. Everybody trying to get a handling under these machines.
As there's the 25 underneath the 26 of Josh Vidal. And you mentioned it before we got on the air, Mike, that the first couple laps, you can run that bottom. But once we start getting laps on these tires, you're going to see a lot of these drivers move up to the middle lane, to the low-high lane. Kind of like where the 77's running right there.
Yes, and what's nice about it...
Oh, Gary Wells loose.
Oh, whoa! Nice save right there. Whew. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, he's wrecked. Oh, Paul Irvin's in it. Connor Coleman. Oh, boy.
Did the 48 get sent?
Was that Nader Orlowski? And that's got him? I'll have to look at it here.
We're going to find out here. Nader Orlowski in the share one.
Oh, just
miscommunication.
Yeah. Miscommunication. Doesn't look like many of those guys got too much damage there. Maybe Paul Irvin may have a little bit more than Gary, but that looks like classic miscommunication right there.
It wasn't quite clear coming to the top.
Yeah, Paul was trying to slide up there, and Nate was there. So that's classic miscommunication. That's for sure. That's what happens sometimes when you're out there racing.
We are under our first Elite Entertainment caution, and you could see the damage right on the front end of that 48. Looks like the 23 has some damage, and not gonna lie, the 27 after getting T-boned doesn't look too bad. New sponsor on the side of that and on the hood of that. Oh, never mind. The back end of that 27's all beat up. Mike, what's going on with Warrior Enterprises with that new Overseer News, it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like it's a brand new sponsor on the which is great to see here at Warrior Enterprises, getting a new sponsor for for all the hardworking drivers there and the owners. Good to have them on board to help the program build up to what we want to have going forward.
Yeah, we are under our first caution, brought to you by Elite Entertainment. No real big changes in the running order. We have a couple drivers that are +3 in position, Joe Torres and Mike Robinson. But curious to see if Gary Wells, Paul Irvin, or even Connor Coleman are going to be able to make it off pit road before the pace car gets around.
It's going to be close, that is for sure. It's going to be close.
There goes. All three are leaving pit road now, so that would be a yes. They will stay on the lead lap. But since we are under our first caution, we're going to step away for a couple moments to say hello to our sponsors.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are back, just about to complete the Elite Entertainment caution. There goes the pace car. Waiting for the Geico restart zone. There it is. Green flag in the air, and the 5 immediately puts the hammer down and gets away.
He shot out of a cannon right there.
So for everybody on the lead lap still, even those 4 drivers caught in that incident, all 3 right there. But up front, it's Kyle Miller putting about 2.5 tenths over Alan Fox. And it looks like we are having a battle. Kyle Zimmer and Josh Vidal, 25 and 26. And here comes the 47 of Daniel Krim as well. He threw it in there really far into turn 1, and it looks like it's paying off on still kind of fresh tires.
I think we got an issue with Nate Orlowski. He's dropping way back off the tail end of this pack. I don't know what happened with him, but he fell off like a cannon.
See what happened? Oh boy, there it is.
Oh yeah. No wonder. I saved it.
Like I think I say this like every week when a driver has some sort of issue where they half spin and lose a bunch of spots. I'd rather lose a lot of spots than put the vehicle on a wrecker.
It looked like he had some spoiler damage to that back end, which I didn't see prior to that, so that could have played a factor. And that front end kind of caved in a little bit. It looks like he's on pit road. Well, he'll be coming to pit road.
He'd be coming next time by because he's already passed it.
But we got a battle up for the lead here, AJ. Alan Fox to the inside of Kyle Miller for the lead.
And it looks like Kyle Miller kind of just let him go. Early on in the race, that might be a good idea.
Well, what did we talk about last week of that number 5 machine? We thought that he ran those tires off too quickly and kind of paid the price toward the end of those runs last week at Richmond.
Yeah. And I think with a lot of practicing that he's done tonight and possibly throughout the week, he might be trying to kind of help with that, not burning the tires up as much. But Fox is doing a really good job keeping the 5 at bay, but going a little bit further back. It's still the 25 of Zimmer and the 26 of Vidal, basically blocking the racetrack behind them as they're battling into 3.
It seems like they're very two evenly matched race cars right now. Josh can't get the outside line to work fully, and Kyle's holding tough on that inside.
Yeah, Kyle's doing a really good job on entry heading into these turns on the inside. But the 26 of Vidal doing a really good job on exit. And it's not like they're losing a lot of time to our leaders either. Not yet, at least.
And at 47, Daniel Krim doesn't know, do I want to work with the 26? Do I want to work with the 25? You know, I keep switching here. Who am I going to work with?
Well, there they are. It's still side by side for P3. If you're just tuning in to All-Star 15 for the first time, we appreciate you. Hit that like button, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. But this is one crazy battle, and then a little bit further back, you have the 29 of Joe Torres and the 12 of Michael Thwaites side by side as well.
Yeah, this is about 5 cars under a blanket right here. This is some good racing.
The 26 is hard in the wall out of 2. That was a big hit. Now he's battling with Joe Torres to just stay in that top 5. Oh, contact.
A little bit of contact right there. Yes, indeed.
Kind of sent the 29 a little squirrely into 1, able to regroup and get the wheel back underneath him, but now he's got a rear view mirror of the 12 of Thwaites. We jump on board with Joe Torres.
He's making that inside work, Joe Torres is. Seems like everybody else is starting to drift up a little bit, but he's constantly running that inside. Oh.
Agricultural Racing for the 69 of Nate Orlowski coming off of turn 4.
Oh yeah, that's digging right there. That looked like Dale Jr. back in like 2002 Daytona 500 going through the trial grass.
Jump back a little bit further. There's the 27, 48, and 86.
At least he didn't pull a Tyler Reddick and flip.
Both the 27 and 48 were in our first caution of the evening.
And you can tell, AJ, I think
Yeah.
you and I both can tell that damage is kind of killing them here.
Yeah, they're already 10 seconds back from Alan Fox in the lead. Now, this battle is for that 5th position. And they are... It's amazing. It really is amazing because Josh Vidal, Kyle Zimmer, side by side for more than 5 laps. And now we're seeing the exact same thing with the 26 and 29, as it looks like the 29 got the advantage off of turn 4.
He's trying to clear him, but Josh keeps hanging on that right rear corner. Now he's going to slide up and clear him.
I think he's got him, and I think that wall pop, that wall bang out of turn 2 about 7, 8 laps ago for that 26 is really starting to affect the race car now.
Well, we're getting to that point here in the run, AJ. We're coming up on green flag pit stops here, probably within the next 10 to 15 laps. You know, we got the stage caution coming up. It's like, what are these guys going to do? Somebody going to try to stretch it all the way to the stage caution, or are we guys going to come in and get 4 tires and fuel?
Well, here's the thing: if these drivers are expecting, and their crew chiefs as well, are expecting this to go green the rest of the way, Mike, I'd say they'd probably hit pit road about halfway. But this is why I call you and Gary some of the best crew chiefs we have on iRacing. My brain would just say, go as far as you can, hope for a caution, and then hit pit road.
Well, you think about it, too, when we get the stage caution, that next restart after that stage caution is going to be so... Oh, we got trouble. 22 into the inside wall, a ton. No caution yet.
Oh, huge hit. That's Mike Robinson, and he had to jump to pit road.
Oh, that was like the first incident, like another miscommunication.
I think that was Jeffrey Goodpaster.
Let's get a view from Jeffrey Goodpaster. I just don't think Mike Robinson knew that he was still there. I mean, he's there.
And there goes the 22.
Boy, we're seeing some misjudgments tonight there, AJ. As we got green flag pit stops underway.
Yeah, one more view from the 22 here. Yeah, it's a big hit. Yeah, Kyle Miller and Michael Thwaites are your first 2 of this front pack hitting pit road. Right about halfway. But that's going to bring Alan Fox now hitting pit road and giving up the lead to the 25 of Kyle Zimmer. When do we see some of these guys pitting?
Hard crash, turn 2. Jeffrey Goodpaster killed that wall.
Looks like somebody else is involved as well. I think that's Brian Wasserman.
Yeah, that was a nasty crash.
Oh. A little bit of netcode, it looked like.
Yeah, that was netcode, and then netcode finished him off.
See if we can get a better view. That's 33 a Goodpaster. Let's hit that brand new roof cam that we have.
You're going in driver's side door like that at that speed. That hurts. Oh.
All right, we want to get back to Wasserman. Oh.
I don't know if he tried to side draft him. Like, he was like, I'm going to come down and side draft a little bit on you to, like, hang on your right rear corner panel, but... Oh, my goodness.
Such a huge hit.
I did notice that when I was practicing for the Truck Series race that I didn't get to run last night, unfortunately, but when we were in practice, the netcode was an issue when you tried to side draft on somebody's door.
That was an absolutely huge hit. And here comes the cavalry hitting pit road. Paul Irvin's going to stay out on the racetrack.
Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays off.
I think he's just doing this to lead the lap because he's got so much damage. There's no other way he'd make it to the front. So when he takes the lead, which he just did, he will lead the lap, and now he'll come down pit road. But you are watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the XMS RICMOTECH Xfinity series live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. We're going side by side. We'll be right back, everybody.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit XTREMESCORING.info today.
RICMOTECH high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we are back, everybody. This caution, second caution of the evening, brought to you by Elite Entertainment. Mike, that 48 has yet to pit.
And he's got damage from that first incident that he got mostly repaired. So this is going to be a very interesting restart with everybody on 4 fresh tires behind him.
I think he's going to go straight to the high side, and everybody's going to get by him.
If he doesn't spin those tires.
I hope so. Green flag back in the air. Here we go.
He got a decent he got a decent jump right there.
I mean, when you control the restart, I would hope so. And he's taking the turn like he's on fresh tires, but you see the 25. Night and day on tires.
Here we go, 3 wide.
Now, what could be the strategy call? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Whoa, hang on to it, Josh. Well, to answer your question before that, I would say probably the only thing is to get stage points at this point. Would be the strategy.
Let's jump on board with that 26. Crap. Oh, and I still can't believe he saved it. But yeah, back to the 48. He's already back to that third position. He's going to get passed by a lot of other drivers in the next lap or so.
Why is the 47 dropping? He just dropped like 6 positions in one set of corners.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know if he had a really bad exit out of 4. But the 48's got to be thinking, I'm going to save a set of tires and hopefully be able to use them by the end. Because if you're thinking about it, Mike, you have 5 sets. You're going to be pitting around every 25 to 30 laps. You might need that extra set.
Yeah, if we get a late race caution, you're right there, AJ.
And then puts him back on cycle at the stage. But another thing, he did pit on that first caution to repair damage. If they took a set of tires as well, he's technically trying to get back on tire strategy with everybody else.
Dennis Hansman had a big moment off of turn 4. He was sideways.
There it is.
Ooh, yeah. Whoa, hello.
Looked like
Nice
the 5
save.
kind of took the air right off of him.
Yeah, he got a arrow loose there, AJ. That's a very good call. That's something you can do with these Xfinity cars. If you can get to somebody's left rear corner panel, you can get a arrow loose.
Nate Orlowski in the 69. He's your first car 1 lap down and your only car a lap down.
He's looking forward to that stage caution coming up.
Unfortunately, due to the damage that these drivers have sustained, Wasserman, Goodpaster, and Robinson have all disconnected for the evening.
Actually, is Thwaites a lap down too there, AJ?
Yes, I'm sorry. Thwaites is a lap down.
So that's the battle for the lucky dog between the 12 and the 69.
Yeah, it's separated by a second. Wow.
Joe Torres, I was going to say Joe Torres is picking it up and putting them down here for the lead. That's getting tight.
Just peeking at our TikTok real fast because yes, we are live on TikTok. We're looking at just over 100 likes and we've had just about 207 viewers. So I appreciate everybody for sticking around over there and having a good time.
Wow, 207 viewers. Welcome to the party.
As you can see, we have a little axe of cars. Your top 2 is Zimmer and Torres. Then you have Caleb Lamb, Kyle Miller, and Alan Fox for 3, 4, and 5. And then Daniel Krim, and you see the 12 of Thwaites. Thwaites is the first car 1 lap down, and it looks like he's trying to get it back the hard way.
I don't know if he'll get all the way up there the hard way, but I mean he's giving it a good fight.
He's also putting himself in a very good position for when we get to the stage as well.
Oh, Caleb Lamb sideways off of 4.
He's going to lose a spot to the 47. Doesn't look like there's any damage on the 77 with that contact in the wall. These cars are really loose right now.
Oh, these things are a handful. It means you got to be very, very precautionary with your tire wear and how you handle these race cars. It's driver's race car, driver racetrack.
We're actually going to jump on board with that 29 of Joe Torres. He's going to try to catch the 25 just to see how he's attacking the racetrack and also how that draft is messing with him coming off the 25 in front of him.
So Alan Fox, he got the waiver, he got the waiver on, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he's already up to 3rd. That's impressive.
I mean, it's Alan Fox. There's a reason why he's got a win at Chicagoland, and he's been in almost every race we've had this season. Whether it's trucks or Xfinity, he's been there at the finish. But right now, we're looking at those top two drivers, Zimmer and Torres, as they are pulling away from the field right now. And it's funny because both of them are basically putting down qualifying laps easily 2 to 3 tenths faster than the field. Josh Vidal is one of the first drivers we've seen move to that extreme high line, looking for some of the runs.
Hasn't really benefited him yet, but he's starting to make a little bit of progress here.
And it gets a really good launch out of these turns, but he gives so much on entry.
Just remember what happened last weekend between the 77 and the 26. They were involved in 3 separate incidents with each other, so...
Yeah, and I know they're trying to not repeat that, as they have a Thwaite sandwich going into turn 3.
Now we are coming up to the last lap of the stage. Stage points on the line.
Does Joe Torres have anything for Kyle Zimmer? Out of turn 2, the run goes to the 25. I don't think the 29's going to get there, but he's going to push the envelope. And run out of gas coming out of turn 4. The 25 of Kyle Zimmer is going to win the stage at Las Vegas.
Oh, I think Nate Orlowski got Thwaites at the line. My goodness. I think he got him.
Yellow flag is out.
They're showing
wow. Well, what happened was Thwaites got sideways in between 3 and 4, and Nate Orlowski took advantage of that and got the free pass. Oh, I don't think so now. I think that's going to be the 12.
See if we get a better view.
Oh, that was close, but I think the 12 did get him.
I wonder who they're going to give the lucky dog to, because it's not really when they cross the line, it's when they call the caution. And Orlowski was ahead of Thwaites when that caution was called.
We'll have to see what the race control is going to do and what the officials will do. But Kyle Zimmer, stage 1 winner.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a word with him. Try is going to be the key word, and there goes the 69 of Orlowski and the 12 of Thwaites.
Well, I mean, looks like they'll both get the lucky wave around if they both stay out.
Everybody else, though, hitting pit road. Well, there goes the 69. He's getting a free pass. Just shows keep digging until they throw that caution. Let's see who's going to come off with the lead. Wow, Joe Torres, Kyle Zimmer, Joe Torres, Daniel Krim, Kyle Miller, and Alan Fox, your top 5. But let's see if we can get a word with the 25 of Joe Torres. I'm going to try to.
You mean Zimmer? Or
oh, yeah. Zimmer. Sorry, everybody. Hey, Kyle, we wanted to try this last week, but I kind of brain farted with it. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, pal. Congratulations on the stage win. How does it feel? Looked like you and Joe Torres were having a really nice battle up front.
Yeah, it's been heavy. Great fun battle here, and the clean air has been clean so far. What I'm seeing, it's been a fun battle, and nice to lead some laps, and hopefully I could keep the 25 car up the front for second stage, and maybe get a win.
Yeah, well, it definitely looks like you can definitely put that 25 car in the victory circle, but we still have just under 100 laps to decide that. But good luck, my friend, and hope we get to talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right, that was Kyle Zimmer, your stage winner, Mike. That was very entertaining with that first stage. I'm kind of hoping we get the rest of the race like that.
Yes, I agree there, AJ. That was very entertaining. But the thing is, with this restart coming up here, especially if we somehow get a long green flag run the rest of the way, you're going to need to make up as many spots as you can on these restart here, knowing that these things can get spread out quickly.
Yeah, which we saw that. We saw everything get really spread out earlier, where we had the top two, and then from third to fifth battling, and then everybody else in a huge cluster about 3 or 4 seconds behind that. But chat, who you rooting for? Who do you think is going to win? I know that's probably going to change a couple times throughout the rest of this race, but let us know. I have all our chat rooms being monitored right now. But also hit that like button, subscribe, follow if this is your first time watching the channel. Love to have you all here. And the lights are off on the iRacing official pace car as Kyle Zimmer is going to take the inside, pushing Joe Torres to the outside of that front row. In row 2, you have Daniel Krim and Kyle Miller. That row 3, you have the 73 of Alan Fox and Caleb Lamb. Row 4, Joshua Vidal and Dennis Ansman. And then rounding out that top 10 in row 5 on this restart, it's going to be Doug Tuttle and Connor Coleman. Joe, I see that in the YouTube chat. If Nate ends up winning, I will go to the store and buy a package of Sherwine. I've never had it before.
I thought you were going to do something a little more aggressive than that, but good for you, AJ.
Well, I've never had it before.
I mean, that's fair.
Looking for an excuse here, Mike.
Just don't be one of those people that say that some football team's going to win on Twitter and then do something really stupid and then have to, like, regret those words. Just don't be that guy.
You mean like the Yankees forcing a Game 6? Like that guy?
Sure, let's go with that guy.
And then 2 seconds later, no, actually, game's over.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air, the 25 with a really good restart. Joe Torres with not so great of a restart. Kyle Miller right behind him, already looking for ways to get around him.
I mean, a little bit of a checkup back here between Doug Tuttle, Gary Wells, and Thwaites. They all about ran into each other. They sorted it out.
And I think that all kind of stemmed to that backup we saw in the outside lane. And look at
Zimmer! Sorry, AJ. Zimmer walked up the racetrack with that machine and about hit the wall.
Well, the good part is he didn't. But looking at that 48, Mike, it looks like we've got a brand new race car for him and Gary Wells in the 27.
And hopefully they can start making their way to the front.
But Daniel Krim taking the lead. Here's the pass for Daniel Krim and Kyle Zimmer. And there's the walk-up. Great awareness from the 27 and the 29 to stay low and kind of let Kyle Zimmer get the car back underneath them. But up front, you see the 47 of Daniel Krim, Joe Torres in second. But right now, looking at that battle, it's the 26 and the 5. Your biggest mover of the race is that number 29 of Joe Torres. Started 10th tonight's race and currently running in that second position. So he's +8, getting that hard charger award tonight so far. Mike, what are you noticing early on in the second stage?
Well, a lot of these guys hanging their tongues out with these machines. I'll tell you that much. These guys are on the wheel right now, not saving any tire.
Yeah, Alan Fox will jump on board with Alan Fox here, as he's going to have a really nice run down the front stretch. You know, talking to a couple drivers last night, how the trucks were so upset when you crossed over onto the apron on the front stretch. Really curious if we're going to start seeing that with the Xfinity cars as we get later on in the runs.
Alan Fox is going to be looking for a lead here in like momentarily. I mean, he's pulled to the outside of Joe Torres was second. Got that done. Now he's looking to the outside of Krim, and Krim got a little bit loose going over those bumps.
Oh, the 73 is really loose out of 2 as well. But we dropped it back to the 16 out of Nate Orlowski because it was showing him having issues through 3 and 4, and he about wrecked it out of 4 last time. And that's exactly what Michael Thwaites would love to see right now. Alan Fox pushing the 47 into turn number 3. Looking back here a little bit, last time by, fastest car on the racetrack was the 26 of Josh Vidal. I really think him...
Oh, wow! Hello! 3 wide.
We are going to stay 3 wide into 3.
Talk about going from the elevator to the main floor in one set of corners.
Like you're on the Tower of Terror.
Now we're 3 wide for second. Now it simmers down now.
And Daniel Krim still able to come out with the lead.
That was very impressive right there.
So many things could have gone wrong there with any of these drivers. But great job for the 47 to keep the lead, and basically for all of them to not wreck. Doug Tuttle has hit pit road.
Might be a little bit early on the strategy call.
Well, you know what they say about having to do something different, Mike.
You're just going to follow the leader if you don't.
But that battle for second is really heating up. A shallow exit for the 29 of Joe Torres.
Oh, and AJ, Doug Tuttle is out of the race.
Darn. Hope everything's okay with the Tuttle camp. But there is your battle for P3, the 29 and 73. Dropping it back a little bit further, as we basically have Xfinity cars all under a blanket, separated by just a couple tenths. Kyle Miller in 6th. 7th, it's Kyle Zimmer. Gary Wells +1 position tonight in 8th. Dennis Ansman in 9th. And rounding out that top 10, it's the 48 of Paul Irvin. And I'm really starting to think that while the body of that car looks fixed, I don't think it's really fixed.
I think some internal damage is there.
Yeah, very much could be. And it looks like he is struggling in the turns.
Well, he's back there now. He's got a lot of dirty air on that machine because he's behind a whole bunch of cars that are right in front of him.
Well, really, it just looks like the car is plowing in the turns, while everybody else is basically able to put it wherever they need to.
Well, and AJ, that's what not Kyle Zimmer, Kyle Miller brought up to us in our chat pre-race under the pace laps. He was talking about these cars pushing in the middle of corners.
Well, it looks like the 48 is having an extended issue of that. As it looks like Kyle squared in 3, the 25, and the 5. A little contact.
I mean, these boys right here, this is some hargy-bargy racing right here.
It's like the race is going to be over in about 10 laps. Or rain is coming the way they're driving.
Oh, AJ, we're out in the desert. There ain't no rain out here.
Okay, the one time I was here, there was a freaking dust storm.
I mean, that is true. They did have, I don't know what year that was for you when you were out there, but I mean, they did have a dust storm in
2013.
That was 3 years after they had the dust storm in 2016 and the spring race in Las Vegas. I'm just waiting for AJ to be like, how do you know this stuff?
Well, I feel like I say it every year. You and Gary both are just wrestling encyclopedias.
You mean racing encyclopedias in that case, not wrestling?
Yeah, wow. Hi, Ryan. You're not Ryan. You're Mike.
Ryan Fly, please make your way down to the broadcast booth immediately.
Unfortunately, I think he is working tonight, which I appreciate him watching, so love to see him watching, and I am going to get made fun of for days.
Just don't do it while driving, buddy.
But yeah, you and Gary are both racing encyclopedias. It's like schoolwork was like, do your homework, and you're just like, Encyclopedia of NASCAR instead.
Right.
Caleb Lamb in the 77 and the 26 side by side. These guys always find each other.
They are definitely finding each other, and they're not giving each other... I mean, they're racing respectively, which is good to see, but I mean, maybe just a little bit of, you know... I gotta hold you a little bit tighter than normally I would.
Well, even last week when they had all their incidents, it's not like one of them was out to do something malicious to the other one. As we have a battle for the lead now. It was just bad timing and poor cornering.
Ready?
I think the 47 is leading more laps tonight than he's led in any of these 7 races previous tonight put together. They brought a great 47 car to Las Vegas tonight.
I think you're right there, AJ. I think this is the most laps he's led all season. But I mean, what a time to get hot. As you know, we're down to the last 3. After tonight, we'll be down to the last 2 regular season races, and you know, if he can somehow get a win, he'd be locked in.
Yeah, Smoke was like that. What'd they always say? Tony Stewart always got hot in the summer?
Yeah. Especially in 2011, he really got hot.
Is that when he won the championship?
Yep. Him and Carl Edwards were basically two-man shield at playoffs in 2011.
Which was scary because they were tied, right?
Yep, they were tied going into the final race.
And he won 5 of the last 10 races of the year.
He did.
Both Kyles still side by side. A little contact entering turn 3. They can't get away from each other. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Contact made right there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think Kyle Miller's going to need a new pair of pants because he was about to go spitting through the infield.
Speed this up just a tiny bit here. Here it is. Oh, just a weird bump.
Well, they were going over that transition, too, from the apron to the track, too. You know, that's another factor that would have played a little bit of a role there.
You know, we got to pass for the lead. 73 with a great exit out of 2. He's there, cuts to the inside. And Krim is going to wall ride here. And he's going to have a great run down the front stretch. He's going to want to hold on to this lead. He might have to pinch the 73 to the inside. But don't look now. Joe Torres is about to put it 3 wide.
Joe Torres is reminding them, like, hey guys, I'm here.
And if they get to battling, we might see other players join the mix. Brian, why do I feel like you jumped back to YouTube just to say that? Hey, new follower on TikTok. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, Josh Vidal spinning. Sorry, AJ. Caution's out. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Oh, he's flipping. Oh, he's into the... Oh, no. Oh, AJ, that's not good. There's fans right there.
I can't believe what I just saw.
Holy. If I could say the other part of that, I would, but let's go back and see what happened. Oh. Oh no.
Back it up a little bit further. Did the 5 just hook him?
I don't know. I need to see another angle of that, but Paul Irvin destroyed.
Absolute carnage.
Well, was there contact off of 2? I want to see the onboard camera.
And that's where we're gonna jump to first, because I don't want to say anything yet.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact, but
yeah, the five tries the slide job, but still leaves the 26 with just a little bit. Oh God.
Can we go can we do the cockpit view of Kyle Miller when he comes back up behind the 26? I want to see what the hands do. I want to see what the hands do on that 5 machine.
Oh, in the 5.
Yes, because I want to see when he comes back up what the hands do. Let's take a look at this. So there's the bump. Now Josh is to the outside. Yeah.
Like the steering wheel's already angled to the left, but you could definitely see that it was more north than anything else. Like you could see it pushing right.
Yeah, that does not look good. And race control did put the incident on the 5.
And honestly, I really do think the incident coming out of the turn, as I apologize, we are under our Elite Entertainment caution flag, but I really do think that with the 26, this was just a tap, just an accident bump.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that it's an accident bump, but I'm just hearing some race control chatter going on here, but there's gonna be some discussions afterwards, is what I'm hearing.
Wow.
I hope those fans are okay there, AJ. That wasn't good.
Well, they're still there. The whether or not they're useful, pixelated people, wow.
Yeah, that's that whole incident itself is very ugly. That's as far as I will go into it, but that's very ugly. And there will be an after race discussion, which we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I know you really can't say anything. So I'm not going to put you in that spot since you're part team owner with over the 5.
But we did lose Dennis Hansman off of that. He's out of the race tonight too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Paul Irvin, if that car isn't going to be fixable.
Well, time to put that incident in the rearview mirror and try to get back to racing because, wow.
I have never seen on any of the wrecks that we've had on the channel a vehicle leave any part of the racing surface, whether that's to the outside or, I guess, to the inside.
Well, there's a first time for everything, and that's...
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, we had our first caution-free race on the channel last year, or 2 years ago at this point, so let's add another first on the... Put that on the channel as a highlight reel for first ever flipping vehicle outside the racetrack.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was wild. Ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky. Hi, fans.
I'm just glad that incident didn't take place in turns 1 and 2, and yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, there goes the pace car. We are
Green flag.
green once again, putting lap 79 on the board, and the 29 has set sail.
Shot out of a cannon right there.
Yeah, which is great for him. Look at Gary Wells, plus 7 spots in that second position. I wonder if it's a little two-tire strategy for the 7.
I don't know, but what a rebound. Oh, Caleb Lamb is sideways off of 4. Saved it. Kept on going.
He was so sideways. Pit lane picked him up. Oh, I can see why. Okay. The pit indicator picked him up.
I don't think you and I expected this much action tonight. Holy cow.
No, not at all. Definitely keeping it interesting, which I appreciate everybody for tuning in, watch it, hit that like button, subscribe, follow if it's your first time here to the channel on any platform. Kyle Zimmer all over the back bumper of the 27 of Wells. Right now, that 29 in first is your biggest mover of the race, up 9 spots, 10th to first. And here comes the 47. He's looking for a way back up towards the front. Ryan, he switched to the 5 as of last night and tonight. He is no longer the 6. It threw me off for about half a race last night. As Thwaites is in the wall out of 4. But checking out this battle for P3, Daniel Krim and the 25 of Kyle Zimmer. Oh, elevator music here. The 25 cuts to the inside of Gary Wells.
There's a hard charging battle for second.
Oh!
Ooh, hang on to it, Kyle.
He's going to get split to the middle. And Daniel Krim's just going to back out of it.
Might be wise to back out of this right now.
Yeah, because it is getting hairy. Alan Fox now throwing his hat in for P2. Oh, the 25 is losing it again.
Woo, hang on to it.
That's 2 laps in a row out of 4. Now, we heard drivers talking about it getting tight out of 4. Kyle Zimmer showed us that it's getting really loose out of turn 4. A great battle for P2. Alan Fox, Gary Wells, and Kyle Miller making his way back up towards the front after getting that EOL.
That 5 car goes on to win this race. There's going to be a lot of people not happy with that.
Yeah. Plus or minus Logano winning the championship.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably put it up there with that nonsense that was.
I mean, I was okay with anybody but Logano.
Well, we'll see if NASCAR is going to listen to their fans, because anything that I saw on social media Sunday night and Monday this week, oh, they every social media post they got blasted on. But we got a battle for the lead here, AJ.
3 drivers under a blanket. Alan Fox to the outside with the run. We saw Krim do this earlier, and it worked very, very well. Alan Fox should have a really nice drive down the backstretch. Clears the 29. And they are nose to tail for the top 3.
Three wide.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, we're gonna stick it in there 3 wide, or try to at least stick it in there 3 wide.
Ooh, the 29 loose center. Stayed in the gas, able to hold on to that second position as we have a battle for 4th. Gary Wells and Daniel Krim, that battle's starting to heat up. I think with that 27, he's getting these really good runs out of the turns. But I think what's hurting Gary is the entry to the turns. As we'll jump on board with him. Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the aero from some of these drivers. Like, he's getting really tight here. Other than that, it's been a really good drive for the 27.
Yeah, especially after that lap 2 incident, bouncing back in a strong performance right here. Surviving all the chaos, because we've seen a lot of chaos tonight there, AJ. I think more than you and I thought we were going to see.
If last night showed us anything, it's that this racetrack could get difficult once tires get really worn. And that's where I think we're seeing some of the issues we're having tonight, is when these tires get worn, it's going to get really, really tight until it's not, and then it's slippery out of nowhere. But there are your top 3.
I was gonna say, whoever wins this race is gonna feel like the king of the road.
Might want to go spend some money in one of the casinos, see if they could win some extra cash. As we are
I did not win anything while we were out here this week, AJ.
No?
No luck for me this week.
Yeah, my wife is the one that won everything. We pseudo used this as an anniversary getaway while she's up in the room with probably a lot of chocolate and a lot of alcohol. I'm broadcasting from with you from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but yeah, after tonight we are celebrating our 11th year together and 4th as a married couple.
Good for you, AJ. Congratulations. Chat, put it in there. Congratulations in the chat for him.
Yeah, so she's like, you don't have to come to bed tonight, but tomorrow you're all mine. I was like, oh dear.
Let's keep it PG there, AJ. We don't.
No, because we're going to breakfast. We got a place for lunch. We're going to see a movie, and then we got a place for dinner.
There you go.
Yeah. You tell that to my wallet. Maybe I can grab a couple bucks from the winner after they get the prize money.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, hey, slide me under like a 50 or something here. Oh, we lost Paul Irvin. He is manually disconnected. So another driver out tonight, AJ.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
If we keep going the way we're going to be single digits.
We are single digits.
Now, Thwaites is 10th, so, I mean, we've got 10 guys out there.
But still watching that battle between the 5 and the 47. That is for third place. The 47 really becoming a hard charger as of late. About midway through the run, we should get pit stops within the next 5 to 10 laps.
And these guys should be able to make it the rest of the way once they pit here. When will the money stop open? And do not make any mistakes on this pit stop either.
And that's a big thing. We saw a couple of those last night as well, where drivers went right through their box and lost 3 to 4 seconds having to back up into it. Alan Fox just opening up a lane. Just showing the 29, hey, if you want it, take it. But we talked about it earlier, Mike. They're gonna have to move up the racetrack, and there it is. You see the 73 being able to protect the lead by moving midway to the high line.
Yes, indeed. It was a great battle for the lead, though, that's for sure. These guys are using every inch of that racetrack right now. You know, it's late in the run, tires are worn out, fuel's running low. It's like, what can you do to find speed?
Well, everybody, you're watching All-Star 15's TV's broadcast of the XMS RICMOTECH Xfinity series from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are going to stay right here because you can see it. They're moving down to the inside lane.
Oh, here we go. Pit stops are underway. Caleb Lamb, first one on the pit road.
Yeah, we're staying with Caleb Lamb here. Make sure he gets in his pit stall fine, and beautiful job. But when do the leaders hit pit road? It's going to be very close, Mike. There's a slight chance that window is open. We're showing anywhere between 25 to 30, 32 laps on a tank of fuel. So that's a very close close run to the finish.
If any of these guys can stretch it to lap 105, 107, I think they should be okay. But if you can make it to 110, you'll be sitting pretty, I think. Orlowski's going to be pitting here, that 69 machine. Oh, and that changes everything.
Michael Thwaites, Kyle Zimmer.
Oh my goodness, AJ, another head-on collision. Holy cow. Is that netcode at first? Is it that?
We are gonna find out. I think they were gonna hit either way.
Yeah, they were gonna hit either way. But Kyle Zimmer raced over, head on in the outside wall. Oh, wow. Let's go on board that 25, and folks, just watch and listen to this.
You said the 25, sir?
Yeah, do it from the cockpit view, because that was wild.
Was his motor the one that expired?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it had to be. Yep.
My goodness.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about pit stops anymore.
No, and we have seen some hard hits tonight, man. Holy cow.
I hope Zimmer's okay. That was a really hard hit. And unfortunately, that's gonna take him out of tonight's race.
And that's gonna take probably Thwaites out of tonight's race too.
Well, everybody, you're watching All-Star 15's TV broadcast of the RICMOTECH Xfinity series. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. We're going side by side for the final time this evening. We'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
RICMOTECH, high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We're back, everybody. Under our 5th Elite Entertainment caution, about to come to an end. Under 30 to go.
Green, green, green.
And green flag back in the air, and there goes the 29.
It's going to be an 8-car shootout for the rest of the way. So who is going to be the best of the 8?
There is for the battle for P2, the 47 of Daniel Krim, the 73 of Alan Fox, throwing it into turn 3 side by side.
And Nate Orlowski is sideways off of 4, saved it.
He's done a really good job saving it here tonight. We saw on that Zimmer and the Zimmer incident that heat came right along the high side, scraped the wall pretty hard, but he's still going in the right direction.
Battle for the lead is tightening up here. Alan Fox is trying to get a charge on the outside of Joe Torres into 1.
Yeah, it's really all setting up from how they're exiting these turns. And Alan Fox, last time by, fastest lap of the race, 30.3. That's almost a 1/10.5 faster. Oh, no, I lied. Almost a 1/2 faster.
We got 4 cars under the blanket. They are 2x2 right through here.
Gary Wells in 5th, Caleb Lamb in 6th.
Battle for the lead continues to rage on, though.
Joe Torres with a good entry into 3, allowing him to get a really nice run out of 4, holding on to the lead all the way down into turn 1.
What will Kyle Miller do? Will he try to shoot the middle?
Gary Wells running that middle lane, trying to get the run out of these turns as well. There it is, all under a blanket from 1st all the way to 4th. It's under half a second.
Oh, we had last night. It was, what, the top 6 or 7 were underneath the blanket right at the end?
Yes.
So we're setting up.
Gary.
Yeah, Gary Wells to the inside. We're setting up for another same finish like we did last night. All these guys under a blanket.
Ooh, the 77 hard in the outside wall. He's going to lose even more ground. But up front there, still side by side for the lead. Honestly,
very intense.
I could see it happening where these two get into it. Maybe not wreck, but you see the 5 just scoot to the inside, take the lead, and run away.
Oh, Alan, can he clear him, though? This is as far up as he's been.
Yeah, he's got the clear, and he's going to come right down the racetrack to cover.
Now, what will Kyle Miller do? Will Kyle try to keep to the outside, or will he go to the inside? Gary Rose to the inside, Daniel Krim for 4th, behind the front 3.
That's been a nice battle we've had for the last 10 or so laps.
Miller going to slide it in there for 2nd. They're side by side. Gary, can he clear him? I don't know if Gary's going to be able to clear him yet.
The 47's going to have a nice run out of turn 4. They're still going to stay side by side for P4. But we have a battle for second. The 5 and the 29. The 5's been there the last couple laps, but hasn't been able to get the overall position.
Oh, crossover by Krim behind him.
Sticking with this P4 battle as Wells should have the advantage off of 2. Actually should be clear now. Great exit for the 27. Move Gary Wells up to that 4th position.
Very, very solid rebound for Gary Wells tonight in that 27 machine. Will be very good points tonight, too. But Alan Fox is starting to pull away just a tiny bit over these two behind him. But these cars, AJ, are going to go over a big change here as we get down to 14 laps to go.
Yeah, because we don't need to pit. These drivers do not need fuel. They'll take tires if we get a caution. But your change you're talking about, they're going to have barely any rubber left on these cars. And you're going to see some of the drivers that saved a little at the beginning be able to come up through the close towards the front. Or we're going to see some of the drivers that got away with that lead and start to fall back.
I think Alan Fox has a little bit of the tire advantage. It seems like he's been able to save a little bit more than Joe Torres here on this run.
Yeah, I'm thinking as well, as they're starting to put a gap on that 5 of Kyle Miller, just about 12 laps remaining.
Before too long, Kyle Miller is going to have the 47 and the 27 all the back, all over his back bumper.
Yeah, they lost. Kyle Miller lost about a 10.5 to Daniel Krim last time by, as Daniel Krim pulling away from Gary Wells as well. I wonder if he's one of the drivers that was able to save a little bit of tire wear, even though he was battling very aggressively with Gary Wells.
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit further back here in the back. Connor Coleman is closing in on Caleb Lamb for 6th, so I don't know if that 77 machine is dealing with some wearing tires, but he's dropping back into the clutches of Connor Coleman back here.
Yeah, we've seen that 77 really struggle on this last run. A couple incidents where he popped the wall out of 4.
Well, we are coming down to 10 laps to go. Here we go. Final 10 laps.
That 10 fingers being shown by Barney the Flagman to the field. Nothing really changing up front. They are basically mimicking lap times the last couple times by.
If we get a late race yellow, you can throw everything out the window because that next restart is going to be insane.
But here's the battle we're going to need to watch. Because Kyle Miller last time by a 31.49 to Daniel Krim's 31.35. And I'd say that 47 has the draft by now.
That 47 looks like he's a lot better right now on this long run here.
But to your credit, you mentioned the 77 and the 23. That battle has gotten a lot closer together. Oh, I thought the 77 was going to smack the wall again.
Battles are heating up all over the place. This is where we need a quadruple screen.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had the technology for that. Alan Fox up front, trying to hold off Joe Torres, just about 3/10 behind him. But then that battle for third, Kyle Miller, Daniel Krim has completely heated up. Now remember, that 47, Mike, was about a second back. And he's clawed his whole way to the back bumper of the 5. But getting to somebody doesn't mean you can pass them.
There's a whole thing about catching somebody. It's a whole other thing about passing somebody.
Yeah, I forgot who said that, but you see the 47 trying to use a different lane for a run. Here it is.
You're watching that. Nader Orlowski's catching Caleb Lamb and Connor Coleman, so we're going to have a three-way battle for 6th here while we're watching that on the screen.
Yeah, good for the 69. He's going to come away with a top 10 finish, whether it's going to be 6th, 7th, or 8th.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no.
We're going to have to back that up real fast and take a look at that.
Oh, I think that was a block.
Did the 5 just go to cover?
I think that was a bad block. Yeah.
Yeah. The 5 just went to go cover, and the 47 was there.
But we got a battle for the race lead. It's heating up again. Joe Torres is closing back in.
Yeah, 4 to go. Still 2.5 tenths separating the both of them. If Joe Torres saved any tire, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to go for the lead.
While we're watching that, 77 pound of the wall. He's going to lose 2 spots here. Connor Coleman up to 6th. Orlowski's going for 7th. Rough end of the night for that 77 machine.
3 to go. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We're going to talk to our podium finishers once this race goes checkered. Alan Fox in the 73, the 29 of Joe Torres.
77 pound of the wall again. These boys better hope we get to the white flag, because this might be a caution coming out. That 77 keeps pounding that wall.
We just took dual popsicle sticks up in the air from Barney the Flagman. Just a half a lap away from calling it official.
And Alan Fox is going to come off turn 4 here. And he's going to see the white flag, sponsored by
the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. New episodes every Sunday night on the Nerds Doing Nerd Things channel.
Well, we'll see what Joe Torres has. He's going to have one shot at it. It's going to be 3 and 4 if he's going to have a shot at him.
He had a really good entry into 1. Nice turn off of 2, but I don't think he can get there. He is 4 car lengths back.
He's going to send it in there. Oh, he sent it all right.
He's got to be careful not to smack the wall out of 4. But the 73 of Alan Fox is going to win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Coming home second is the 29 of Joe Torres. Daniel Krim coming home in 3rd. Gary Wells in 4th. Kyle Miller in 5th. Connor Coleman in 6th. 7th is Caleb Lamb. And I think Nate Orlowski didn't want to bring the car back.
I think you're right there, AJ.
I don't want to see this. Just so I could, talk to him later and be like, yo, uh-oh.
Those guys are friends. I think that was a little bit of horsing around, as they would say.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little horsing around right there.
Oh. I can hear Nate saying, oh, this is going to hurt. As the 73 is burning it down on the front stretch.
Well, since I picked Jill Torres, I will take Jill Torres. You can take first and third tonight there, AJ.
Yeah, man. I got you. Hakuna Matata. But let's go over our race results first. Like, Alan Fox, your winner. Joe Torres coming home second. Third is Daniel Krim. Gary Wells in fourth. Kyle Miller in fifth. Sixth is Connor Coleman. Seventh, Caleb Lamb. Nate Orlowski in eighth. Kyle Zimmer in ninth. And Michael Thwaites in 10th. Mike, take us the rest of the way, pal.
Yeah, let's do it. AJ, 11th place, Paul Irvin. 12th place, Joshua Vidal. 13th, Dennis Ansman. 14th, Doug Tuttle. 15th, Brian Wasserman. 16th, Jeffrey Goodpaster. And 17th is Mike Robinson.
All right, let's see if these drivers are ready. See Daniel Krim.
Why don't you bring him in first since he finished third?
All right, Daniel Krim. It's AJ and Mike in the booth. You got a copy, pal?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, dude, what a good run towards the finish. Being able to come back from a, what was it, like a second and a half deficit to pass the 5 and take that third place finish. How was it out there tonight?
We'll say it was tight, hard racing for sure.
The political answer. I like it. But Daniel, we go to New Hampshire next week. It's going to be a fun haul going from Las Vegas all the way to the Granite State. Do you have anything for that Magic Mile up there?
We'll definitely try. I tend to race that track a lot, like at Stafford, and that's easily one of my best tracks. It was the first track I ever won on iRacing in the modifieds. So definitely have a small, piece of my heart for up there at the north.
I knew there was a reason why I liked you. You just said so many nice things about the area that I go to 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, I know it's hard racing up there for sure, and it's all about how you can, get the car to do what you want to do and use the track as a tool to do that for sure. We'll see if I'm even still around next week after some of the events tonight, but definitely, if I do stay, it'll be I feel like a pretty good race.
All right, brother. Well, before we let you go, tell us about the beautiful sponsors you have on top of that 47.
For sure, got obviously Brian's Motorsports on the hood, BMS Off Road, Hutchport PC, Beard Struggle. Use Crim 20 for 20% off on that. Wrestling with Nerds podcast, Nerd Stream Nerd Things podcast. You guys with All Star 15. We got RICMOTECH, obviously great equipment. Thank you for Kevin Ford and all those guys for putting on this series, and XMS Scoring. It's been a fun run, so we'll see what happens.
All right, dude. Well, congratulations on the P3 finish, and hopefully we do get to see you at New Hampshire next week.
No promises. See y'all.
See you later, Daniel. All right, Mike. You get to interview your pick this evening, Joe Torres.
Yes, that is AJ. Jill Torres is Mike and AJ in the booth. You got us.
Yes, sir. I got you both.
Well, Joe, I picked you tonight, and you backed up that performance from last week for a second place finish, but you came one spot short to, I think, the ultimate goal that you had in mind to win back-to-back races. But give me your thoughts on the night as a whole.
As a whole, phenomenal. It was a lot of fun racing with Alan and Kyle and all of them. They were a lot of fun to race with. Good to see my teammate Kyle Zimmer get a stage win. That was pretty cool to watch, and just to witness him get his first stage win. Overall, the race, the car was pretty good on the bottom. I think from what Alan commented just now in the staging room, I was probably one of the few that could make the bottom work all around the track, that was something I was working on in practice, making sure that the car was running good on the bottom, because I knew people would be running the top. So if I take the logic of track temperature, the bottom should be semi-cooler than the top, because there's more cars running the top than the bottom. So that's what I was aiming for. But overall, it was a lot of fun.
Well, as we put Las Vegas in the rearview mirror and focus next week, we're going to go a little bit of a short track race in New Hampshire. Give me your thoughts on the Granite State track up there in New Hampshire.
I am very, very looking forward to New Hampshire because I love that track. It is my favorite track on is one of my favorite tracks on the sim. So I'm looking very forward to rolling to New Hampshire and just rolling around the center and get a good run off the corners. That's what I'm gonna be. That's what I'll be looking forward to.
Well, Joe, before we let you get out of here to celebrate that finish tonight on number 2 finish, any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Gotta thank everyone at Team Conti and Mobile One for being on the car again. Uh, the sponsor Debbie, of course. Uh, Everyone at Spartan Esports for bringing phenomenal cars to the track. Everyone at JTI for providing pretty good engines. Nora, the company that I work for, also Jimmy John's, Hunt Brothers, and Bass Pro, and all the guys, and all the sponsors on the car that make this thing go around.
Well, Joe, congratulations on another strong performance again tonight, and we will catch you next week in New Hampshire.
Absolutely, I can't wait for it.
All right, Joe Torres finishing in that second position. It is time to talk to our race winner, the driver of the number 73, Alan Fox. Congratulations on the win here tonight.
Thanks, guys. That was a hell of a battle there with Joe after that restart. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. I don't know how many laps we were side by side, but that was great racing.
Enough to start making us nervous up here in the booth. Like a couple laps, all right, cool, but it felt like, 10 or 15 laps that you guys were side by side, and then the couple drivers behind you ended up going side by side for a couple laps. I was like, is this Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta? What's going on at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? But you guys put on one hell of a show up front. How is that 73 car this evening?
It was good. It seems I found something in 1 and 2 where I was able to kind of arc down off that high line and carry so much more speed. 3 and 4 it took me the whole race to figure out, but yeah, I just had something going on in 1 and 2 that worked so good that I felt like as long as I could keep my tires under me, that was going to work all night.
Well, from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we cross the U.S. to New Hampshire next week. What are we expecting from the 73 when we go to the Magic Mile?
If the setup's loose, I might have something. If it's tight, I'm probably going to kill the right front after 5 laps. So short tracks aren't my forte, as you guys saw with me doing a little loop-de-doop-de last week at Richmond. So yeah, we'll see what we unload with as far as the setup goes, and then hopefully I can be in the mix again to talk to you guys.
Brother, well, talk about those beautiful sponsors like we've heard it so many times before on the channel.
I had to go back to the old Walmart scheme I ran last season. There's too many W cars in here now, so went back to Walmart for the primary, but still got the W on the side. So if you guys, I know you guys push it all race long. If you guys go there and use the code Fox iRacing, you'll get 10% off. And then obviously Extreme Motorsports for putting it on. You guys for doing the broadcast, and a little light tonight without Bryce, but Primetime Motorsports for all the work we put in during the week.
Yeah, we missed Bryce tonight, but you definitely put on one hell of a show. Congratulations on the win, and hopefully we get to talk to you next week at New Hampshire.
Yeah, we can hope so. It looks like we've got ourselves a little big 3 going on this year between me, Joe, and Bryce. So it looks like it'll probably come down to that a lot of these times. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, pal, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Alan Fox, everybody. Mike, bring us home.
Well, AJ, very chaotic race. It fits for the theme that we had last night and tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Have to see what happens, going forward tonight into next week. Short turnaround as we're heading to New Hampshire. Yeah, a lot of things are going to be up in the air next week there, AJ. So we're looking forward to seeing what all comes out of tonight, and we'll hit the ground running next week.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who tuned in and watched. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. Thank you to our whole comment section, no matter where you were commenting. We saw all of it. But yeah, can't wait to sleep in my own bed for the first time in a couple weeks now that we get to go up to New Hampshire, good old New England, where I'm from.
We're just gonna have to get on the time change plan here because we were on Pacific time here for a while. So.
Oh no, you had to throw that in my head. I didn't even think of that.
Sorry, I just had to, AJ.
Well, everybody, check out all of our wonderful sponsors in the description. Tell them that you heard from it from All Star 15 TV, and we'll catch you on the broadcast next week. Peace out, everybody.
Following is an All Star 15 TV production.
RICMOTECH high-performance sim racing equipment. There's only one place to go, RICMOTECH.com.